Alright, folks. So this is Jacob Luger Sparks in the Community for Interracial Solidarity. It is currently June 16th, 2017, and I'm doing my daily log. Not much here to report, just same old. Cleaned my apartment today. Just been really tired because I didn't really get any sleep last night. I was up watching a movie on the Skinwalker Ranch. Really big hotbed in paranormal activity. Skinwalker Ranch is in northeastern Utah, by the way. It's a big hotbed of paranormal activity. Skinwalkers, Bigfoot, there's UFOs, aliens, skinwalkers, sightings of Wendigo and Slender Man-like creatures, and even sightings of a Bigfoot-like creature too, from what I've heard. I don't want to. Now that I know about it, I don't even want to go there because I don't want to get caught up in what goes on there. But that really doesn't matter because I don't want to go to Skinwalker Ranch anyway. So, if I'm just the new face of civil rights in America. The Community for Interracial Solidarity is the new face of civil rights in America. I might be autistic, but I'm not crazy. I might be autistic, but I'm not crazy. Get it? I might be autistic, but I'm not crazy. So you get the point, don't you? I might be autistic, but I'm not crazy. I know what I went through, when I was, in the white power movement. I was a sympathizer for the white power movement, folks. For several years, I was a white supremacist sympathizer. I was more of like a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader for the white power movement. And I couldn't do it anymore because of the South Carolina church shooting, so I just told the white power movement to kiss my ass. I literally went up to the white power movement and told it to fuck off and kiss my ass. I'm sorry for the swearing, guys, but I'm just so sick of my image. I was just so sick of my image as a white supremacist sympathizer. If you're not stable right here, if you're not stable right here, bad things could happen. Anything could happen, as a matter of fact. And then, it kind of depends on who you ask, but I've been in situations where anything could happen, but anything can happen these days, but at least the best thing the Southern Poverty Law Center can do is just remain as a watchdog group for hate groups. The Anti-Defamation League does the same. Like the Anti-Defamation League and the Southern Poverty Law Center, both of those organizations track hate groups, so it's a good thing that the Anti-Defamation League and the Southern Poverty Law Center track hate groups. I'm grateful for it anyway because that's what I needed all along. I mean, that depends on who you believe. Depends on what you believe, folks. It's simple. The truth is, folks, is that white supremacists and other kinds of hate groups, they all control the media. Every major news outlet today is controlled by hate groups. That's, CNN, that's Fox News, That's that's the BBC. It's controlled by every major hate group and terrorist organization you can think of. And I'm not just saying that out of hatred, that's just fact. That's just a fact, Might sound kind of weird, but it's true. And if you think of if you think of all this stuff, you gotta understand this is not how I wanted America to be, I didn't want there to be racist vigilante groups in this country, but there are racist vigilante groups in this country. So this is what I'm about right here. Peace. See that right there, folks? That's peace. And that's love. Love and peace. Okay? And I'm all about love and peace. Okay? Remember that. Love and peace. Simple as that. Now remember, folks. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Okay? Say that with me. Love, peace, peace, and chicken grease. Again, love, peace, and chicken grease. Got it? Okay, if you guys have got this memorized, I'll do it one more time. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Again, love, peace, and chicken grease. Okay? That's one of my mottos nowadays. Nowadays, that's one of my mottos. If you're if you're serious about civil rights like I am, I would understand if you don't like the way that Donald Trump, the current U.S. president, if you hate racism, you would understand why I don't like the things that the current United States president is doing. He's issued a lot of travel bans and deported a lot of people. And that's just how that's been in the news a lot recently. And it's because no one even gives a rat's ass. No one even gives a rat's ass. No one gives a rat's ass. The United Nations could care less. NATO could care less. The European Union could care less. No one even cares less these days. The United Nations, they don't give a rat's ass. NATO, they don't give a rat's ass. And the European Union especially doesn't give a rat's ass. So, that's all said. That's pretty much said and done. No one gives a rat's ass about what the various governments of the world are doing these days. And that's because the United Nations, it's becoming very, very right-wing and very, very neo-fascist and very right-wing. The United Nations is literally controlled nowadays by neo-fascists and is literally controlled by a coalition of literal fascists and neo-Nazis. Okay, the United Nations and the European Union these days are literally controlled by, and this is in terms of NATO too, NATO, the European Union, and the United Nations are controlled by literal coalition of fascists and neo-Nazis. They don't care what the governments of the world are doing. They really don't. So, one might just assume this is just another tall tale to add to the list, but believe me, it's a shocker though. Because, I know what Donald Trump's been up to because it's been in the news. I really do know what Donald Trump's been up to recently. I really do know what Donald Trump's been up to recently. And make no mistake, It's awful. Now I often wish Donald Trump had never even been born, and I often wish that Donald Trump I often wish that Donald Trump was not even my president. So that's all I can say, folks. All I can say is I'm just depressed. I'm just depressed as hell. But I gotta carry on because the one thing that keeps me going is Jesus. See that, folks? That's Jesus. That's Jesus right. That's Jesus right there. And that's my roommate Kelly with Jesus. Yeah, it's right there. It's my roommate Kelly Ryder and Jesus. And that's what, if Jesus is in my life all the time. Jesus Christ is in my life all the time. He's in my heart. He's in my life. He's in my soul. He's in my head. He's in my mind. He's in my soul. He's in my heart. And he's everywhere. Jesus is literally everywhere these days. In every country that has a significant population of Christianity, he's everywhere. Jesus is literally everywhere, and it's a matter of fact. Jesus died to forgive our sins. So for now, I'm going to sign off.